Some wins are more than just numbers on the scoreboard. They carry meaning. They send a message. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, what happened on Sunday wasn't just a victory. It was an answer, a statement, loud, powerful, and delivered in complete silence on the field. For weeks, all we heard was doubt. The passing game isn't the same. Hurts doesn't look sharp anymore. This offense just doesn't scare anyone. Those were the headlines, the talking point, the constant noise. But inside the Eagles' locker room, no one panicked. No one fired back. They just waited for the perfect moment to respond the only way that mattered, by playing their brand of football. And that moment came in Minnesota. Early on, it didn't look easy. The running game, the part of this offense that usually sets the tone, was flat. Saquon Barkley finished with just 44 yards on 18 carries. Nothing was clicking on the ground. But then, something changed. The offense that had been criticized all year for being too predictable suddenly came alive. The timing, the rhythm, the trust, it all came together. And what unfolded was one of the most dominant offensive performances we've seen all season. Devonta Smith turned into a one-man highlight. 9 catches, 183 yards, and a touchdown. It wasn't just his best game of the year. It was the best single-game receiving performance by any player in the NFL this season. A.J. Brown did what he always does, showed up when it mattered most, with 121 yards and 2 scores. But at the center of it all stood one man, the one who'd been criticized more than anyone else, the one everyone said had taken a step back, and the one who just put his name next to Eagles legend. Yes, Jalen Hurts. The same quarterback people doubted, the same guy analysts claimed wasn't reading the field the same way. He stepped onto that field against the Vikings and made history. 19 completions on 23 attempts, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the rarest of all achievements, a perfect passer rating of 158.3. Only 2 other quarterbacks in Eagles history have ever done that. Donovan McNabb in 2007 and Nick Foles in 2013. Now Jalen Hurts joins that elite company, and he did it at the exact moment his team needed him most. After back-to-back losses, the pressure was real. The noise was loud. The doubts were everywhere. But Hurts stayed calm, composed, and completely in control. He didn't just silence the critics, he outplayed them. The narrative said, "The passing game is broken." His response? 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. The narrative said, "He's not as accurate anymore." His response? 82.6% completion. The narrative said, "He's not explosive." His response? 11 passing TDs, 1 interception, about rushing TDs. When a player performs like, it's not just about stats, it's about leadership, poise, and command. And Hurts showed every bit of that in this game. When the run game failed, he kept the offense alive. When the Vikings tried to pressure him, he adjusted, dissected their defense, and punished them. It was a masterpiece. And the best part? He didn't say a word. Because Jalen Hurts has never needed to talk. He's built his career on letting his play do it for him. Remember, they said he couldn't throw in college. They said he'd never make it as an NFL quarterback. And now they're saying he's regressed? Sunday was the perfect reminder of who he is, a competitor, a leader, and, when locked in, one of the best quarterbacks in football. The win over Minnesota didn't just improve the Eagles to 5-2. It reignited a spark. It reminded everyone that this team still has one of the most complete players in the league leading the way. The numbers this season are wild. 69.7% completions, a career best. 1,498 passing yards with 11 touchdowns and just 1 interception. 3 straight games with at least 280 yards passing, 185 rushing yards, and 5 touchdowns on the ground. And suddenly, the same people who were doubting him a few weeks ago are now whispering something new. MVP. Because if he keeps playing like this, calm, efficient, and dangerous, the conversation won't be about whether Hurts is back. It'll be about whether anyone can stop him. This wasn't just a bounce-back win. It was a statement, a reminder that the Philadelphia Eagles are never out of it, and their leader is still very much that guy. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Jalen Hurts just reignited his MVP campaign with this historic performance? Or do the Eagles still have more to prove before the league takes notice again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you love real Eagles talk, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because if Hurts keeps playing like this, Philly might be flying all the way to the top again. Fly, Eagles, fly.